Hi guys, so today I've got a really quick haul from the company Frightlings. Now I found them on Instagram and I just saw a few of their bits for jewellery. So they are primarily just sort of a jewellery site. They make lots of little sort of scary Frightling charms, which are these tiny little characters, and you can either buy them on necklaces, bracelets, and I think you can just get them as tiny little charms just for a bracelet that you already have. So I ended up looking through all the bits, and I love the characters, but I didn't really want to spend loads and loads of money on a bracelet or a necklace. I did get a charm for my Pandora bracelet, because luckily they do actually fit onto Pandora bracelets. I had looked through their site and they did have a gift section, and in the gift section I found some little plush toys, and I also found loads of cushions and things like that. So I ended up getting a cushion of one of my favourite characters on their site. I did want to get like the plushie version of the character, but she had sold out. But then I found one just as cute, which was a bat, so I got him. So today I have a charm to show you, a cushion, and also a little plushie toy. So I've left all the labels and everything on, and the first thing I'll show you is the toy, and his name is Vincent Batling, and he cost me £22.50. And so this is the sort of size of the plushie, and he came in a coffin, which you may have seen in my recent bedroom tour. So he came in this cardboard coffin, and it just looked like this when I got it. It's quite a sort of thin cardboard. It is just kind of like a cardboard box. It's not like the kind of card that you get, say, Living Dead dolls in or anything like that. But it's still quite sturdy. It's got all of the sort of different details printed onto it, and inside it had Vincent Batling was just laying here, and it does come with a death certificate as well, and there is also a layer of wood shavings at the back. So he came with his wings kind of velcroed together. I haven't taken off the tags just so I could show you, so I left the tag on just to show you what it was like, and that's their little logo there. So as you can see, he's quite detailed. His wings come velcroed together, but they do open. They do have wire in them, so you can kind of position them to look in a certain way. There is a black and red character of bat, which I really like, but you can only buy a black and pink bat in the plushie version. It's all really nicely embroidered. He does have this little flap thing on here, which sort of reminds me of a sort of an old-fashioned necktie. He's got his little heart here, and the back's pretty plain. He does have these really big plastic eyes, which are quite hard, but he is so super soft, and he's really well made. There's no like obvious pulls or anything like that. So I thought he was really cute, and I do really want to get the cat version. The cat one looks like this, which I'll show you a bit closer in a minute. But he was quite expensive for the fact that it is just a toy, but I was totally drawn in by the whole packaging and everything. On his tail, he does have a little hanging loop, so you can hang him sort of upside down if you wanted to. I guess when his wings are velcroed together, he'd look like a sleeping bat, which I do really like the look of. So the actual material used is really soft, but the stuffing inside is quite hard. It feels very sort of packed in, which is good because it shows that it's of a really nice quality, but it's not like a really soft, like squishy toy. And then his little death certificate comes on a sort of, it looks aged, but it's just kind of printed that way, and it comes with a whole little certificate. And it does have a little bit here where you can sign it and make it a little bit more personal. And on the certificate it says, "This is to certify that Vincent Batling did hereby depart this life in the year 1702 in the month of November, and was reborn into the realm of the Frightlings. Cause of undeadness, he scrumbled to the might of a vicious storm after he bravely carried a message across the veil. Declaration, I declare that I will love and care for Vincent in this life and the next," and then you just sort of sign underneath. I thought that this was a really nice touch. They do have kind of similar thing to this with the Living Dead dolls. Nothing that you can sign or anything like that, but it is a very sort of similar product. You do get the toy with a death certificate, in a coffin. So that's probably why I was so drawn to it, just because I do collect living dead dolls and it is a very similar item to that. So the box itself, because it's not really that strong, I'm not going to leave him in there or anything. I may use this box for some kind of craft project in the future, but for now Vincent Batling is going to live on my bed. So the next item I'll show you is this cushion, and this cushion has a character on it who originally took me to the site Frightlings. And the name of this cushion is The Night Belongs to Us, and it does actually say it along the bottom of the cushion. Again, I've left the label on this cushion, but it's exactly the same as the one I just showed you. It does also have a zip, so you can take the cover of the cushion off. I do find with a lot of things you buy online cushion related, you have to buy the cushion separately, so you do just get the cover. So I was really pleased when I found out that this came with the actual stuffing and the actual cushion itself inside. And this cushion cost me $16.99. The postage for all of these items were free. And just like the Vincent Batling, this character here you can also buy as a tiny little charm that goes on either a necklace or a bracelet. The cushion itself is really squishy. The print feels like it's been painted on. It's not the sort of softest of feelings, but I feel like with time it will definitely soften up. It's one of those sort of materials that maybe needs to be washed a couple of times. But I just really did love the character. So I felt that she was the perfect match for my little black cat. She has the same colour eyes as my cat, which is something which I really liked. But I did really like the whole kind of stitching look to her. And I also loved this little hairpiece of a dead fish. That was possibly my favourite part of this. It has loads of really nice detail actually in the design. They've gone into a lot of thought about how to fade the purple into the black. And I don't know how well it shows up, but they've put loads of little details and sort of swirls and plants and things just to create this transition. I like it because although it still is very dark piece, it's very detailed and it does add a splash of colour, especially with the eyes. I'm really happy with this cushion. They had loads of different cushion designs, but my bed is pretty like full of cushions already, some of which I have made myself and I am planning to make a few more. So I didn't want to go overkill, so I just bought one. It did also come to quite a large figure when you had all three of these items, so maybe in a couple of months I'll buy a couple more cushions just to make it a bit of a bigger collection. So the last item I got from Frightlings was a little charm for my Pandora charm bracelet, and this cost me £20 and it's called the Heart Web charm. Now they do have loads of actual charms of the little Frightlings characters, which are the main sort of items that this shop sells, but they are quite expensive and I wasn't quite sure what the quality of these items were going to be like. I've never bought from this site and there were no sort of reviews online or anything about them, so I didn't want to spend too much money on something that could potentially be really bad quality, but I was super happy with the one I got. It is called like a filler bead or something, or a stacking bead or something along those lines. It's meant to be the kind of bead you put in between your Frightlings charms, but I felt like it went really well with my charm bracelet as it is. This is the bead here. It's pretty simple. It's just a circular bead and it has a spider web that goes all the way around it, and then it has this little black heart that's been painted into it. It does have a heart on each side of the charm. So all of my Pandora charms, which I have, are all solid silver, and these Frightlings charms also say that they are solid silver, so hopefully they won't wear away or go brown or green or whatever. I have been wearing this for about a month now and I've had no problem at all with it. It stayed really nice and shiny, which is great. So in comparison to my other Pandora charms, you can see that these are actually quite close to the actual chain itself. There's not much room to move, but the Frightlings charm does have quite a lot of gap, which means it does swizzle around a little bit more than the normal ones would. It is slightly bigger than the chain, but I feel like this would be the same if you actually bought a Frightlings chain or a Frightlings necklace. I think that's just the way they are designed to look. But this definitely fits really well onto a Pandora bracelet. I am considering possibly getting a Frightling charm to go on my bracelet, but as I said, they are quite expensive and there's so many to choose from, so I'm going to have to give that a little bit of thought before I go and buy one of those. My Pandora bracelet is almost full. and as you can see I don't have really much colour on it, so it's quite nice to actually have a little bit of colour within a charm, although it is black, but it does just bring something different to what Pandora offer themselves. I do find their bracelets and their charms are quite limiting. There's not really many that I like, and I pretty much have all the ones which I think are really that pretty. So it's quite nice to have found a company which make things that will fit on my bracelet, which are slightly more to my taste than possibly some of the other charms are. The charm itself came in this little bag, which is quite nice. I have folded it up since I got it, and it also came in this tiny little red velvet drawer bag, which just kept it safe. I really love this packaging, and they have got their little logo on it, and it's definitely a lovely touch, which is something you'd expect when you're buying an item which is slightly more pricey. So my charm is this one, which I got from the Bee collection. They do also do it in various other colours, and these are kind of like the filler beads. And then you've got these bits, which are sort of earrings and other little jewellery pieces they do. And then these are the main items they sell, which are all the different Frightlings characters. This is the character which I got in the plushie version, and this is the character which is on the cushion. But as you can see, there are loads to choose from, and this is just a tiny section of their range. There's so much more you can buy. I am really tempted to buy this pentagram charm because I think it's really pretty. It also does show you here just kind of what it would look like if it was on a bracelet, with all your different little hanging Frightling characters, and then these little beads are kind of breaking them up a little bit. They do loads of new characters all the time, so definitely if you follow them on Facebook or Instagram, you will sort of see all their new characters as they bring them out. So those were all the items which I got, and altogether it cost me £70.98. So it was quite expensive just for 3 items, but they're definitely of a very high quality. I think that these are the kind of items where I'd possibly just buy one thing from the website maybe per month or something like that, just so I wasn't spending so much money in one go. But I was really pleased with the things I got. I feel like this bat plush toy is definitely one of the best ones I have. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any comments or questions, please do leave them below. I will also link Frightlings down below. They do also have an Instagram, which is great for seeing their products a little bit closer up and in more detail, because on the website it's actually quite small. And I'll see you next time. Bye!